I now speaking of moderation, we're talking about this social media stuff here. We just got finished talking about how we're on all these social media accounts, but our next topic is talking about the addiction of this social media and what it's been doing to our young people and how
Mhm.
people are really from a psychological and emotional standpoint being impacted by social media. And what
Yep.
I've just understood about it is, there's a transition. See, TT, I don't know if you know, but cousin Jimmy's from a different generation for as you. All right, we're from the old
Mhm.
school where you go home for the summer break and you're not seeing these folks except for some of your close friends in the neighborhood
Yep.
for a couple months until you go back to school.
Hmm.
Nowadays, you're always connected with a person. Back in our days, we'll write a letter. You don't get it for maybe a few days to a week. Then you gotta write back.
Mm.
And we didn't have that. And then we did have phones, and our phones used to. We had
Yeah.
rotary phones, and it spin
Yeah.
back around.
No
Spin
screen.
back. Yeah, and that's how we connected. And now you're seeing a huge impact. And there was a book called The Anxious Generation that's out there, and it's talking about how this new generation that's being impacted by social media, the anxiety, the depression, that social media, we call them social illnesses, that social media is
Hmm.
having on people. And a lot of young kids are out here getting caught up in it now. Even when you talk about the AI chat box, and we was talking about this stuff a few weeks back when we've had some kids that we've found out that they're killing themselves, and they're online talking to AI and being taken advantage of, or online meeting the wrong people. And then when you talk about the social media addiction, you have so many different types of social medias out there now. It's like, I mean, you got this app, that out there, so that can really keep a person up and really keep them enticed. And I tell you, it's one of the, I guess, one of the solutions to helping mitigate this anxious, this anxiety that comes from the social media. It would be you know, and this is what the one of the gentlemen said in the video we were watching. He said if you don't give your kid any social media, any tablets or phones and stuff until they get, 16 years old. Don't give them any of the
Yeah, high school.
smartphones. Give them a flip phone. Matter of fact, hold on. Give your child this.
Pull this phone
America,
out.
if you got kids, small ones, give them this. A flip phone. You can't do anything. Your ass can't even text. It's gonna take you about 7 minutes to text a sentence, all right? But this here will
Gotcha.
not get your kids distracted at all. But matter of fact, they're gonna hate the damn phone. All I can do is call mama, call daddy, send a one
Yeah.
word text, and go on
On the
about the
street
daggone
on that
message.
young age.
Yeah, yeah, so that's what I believe. Just so one of the things they were saying, hey, you 16-year-old, don't give them a phone, but it maybe not even looking at your phone when you come up. Those are the type of things that you could do to kind of address that. But Titi, what's your thoughts on that?
So for me, I honestly do agree that social media is an influence on mental health because it leaves room for excessive judgment. It makes people extra needy. And then individuals always compare themselves to one another because you see somebody, prime example, you see somebody with some designer shoes on their feet. Now all of a sudden you want designer shoes because you've seen them on somebody else's feet. So I just feel like it is a stressor on mental health. And I feel like I didn't I had a phone before 16. And I feel like with my generation, we were the end of make sure you're home before the street lights on. That's how I feel. I feel like my generation was the end of that. And, we played outside. We had cell phones, but we still played outside. We met each other at the park. That's how we, talked to one another and you meet me across the street and stuff like that. But now they're using it to cyberbully. They're using it, judgment and all that things. And I don't feel like that's what social media was created for. I don't feel like it was supposed to be a place where, we're fighting on, we're sneak dissing one another, we're talking about, we're being negative to one another. And after, watching certain videos, it really does take, more time for you to be negative, rude, aggressive, and all that stuff rather than being, positive and nice. It takes way more energy and time. And I feel like a lot of kids nowadays, they don't brush their like some kids don't like to brush their teeth because they're too busy. Oh, I'm scrolling on TikTok. It's Saturday. Oh, I'm not getting out of this bed. I'm scrolling. I'm doing this.
Oh
Some of
wow.
them don't stretch. They don't pray. They don't do none of that stuff. Some little boys don't like to shower because they want to be on the phone, on the game, and it's just a lot going on with social media. It plays a huge role in adolescence and all that stuff. So to say that it's no statistics because who said it? Mark or what's his name? He said it's no statistics behind
Mark
social media.
Zuckerberg. Mark
Yeah, it's
Zuckerberg.
no statistics. The statistics are in our face. The statistics are probably in your household right now. What do you mean, no
That's
statistics?
that exactly, TT. That's old Mark Zuckerberg just being an old coward there, ducking behind his technology. I'm not gonna knock you, Mark. You very smart guy, very innovative. Not gonna take anything away from you, but that's a coward move. I
Yep.
understand you're protecting your board of directors, you're protecting your corporation that's worth trillions of dollars, whatever the case may be. But you still have to take responsibility for the impact that it's having on young people. And that's you just can't play around with that. So TT, what are you thinking? I mean, are you saying that because one of the things and I guess this is a generational gap, and I think and Mark Zuckerberg is maybe a little younger than me, or whatever the case may be. So, but he may come from the generation as well that may have a hard time believing that people can be impacted by what they see somebody else has that they don't even know. Is that true? Is that something that can impact them?
I definitely do feel like if you see prime example, it's these sets called Gia sets. All the girls want it. Why? It's just a regular two-piece set. It's just a tight fitted jacket and some, flare leggings or whatever. So many different companies, make these type of two-piece sets, but you want a Gia one.
Mm,
You want an IMG one because of the name. And it's
mm,
what, $100 for the pants, $100 for the top. So yeah, the top. So yes, I do feel like if you see somebody, a lot of kids, I can say a lot of kids, even the skincare stuff. When did kids start doing skincare?
mm.
They didn't start doing skincare until 2024, 2025. I was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I wasn't doing no skincare. I was washing
Right,
my face with a rag and some water, brushing my teeth, and going to school. Now
right.
they in their little babies with their little head things on, doing their skincare and all
Oh
that stuff. And I'm like,
wow.
how old are you?
Oh
It's
wow.
it's social media influences people a lot, and especially that TikTok. Especially that TikTok.
TT, do you want to know what skincare was for cousin Jimmy?
What was it,
When
cousin
we would
Jimmy?
get ready to go off to school, our mamas would lick her thumb,
Uh-huh.
get in between them
Right.
daggone eyes there, wipe that old eyebrow back, and that's our skincare.
I'm
You
weak.
telling me they're in mirrors now? Young kids are in mirrors with all types of products?
Yes.
Oh God, why
Yes.
don't they take care of themselves? But dang, is
I
that
think it's
that's
like
serious?
elephant product. It's a lot of stuff going on.
Oh God, oh God. And so you believe that they're doing all of this because they're trying to keep up an image. They're trying to be
Yep.
like the celebrities and folks. And
Yep.
oh God,
Yep.
oh
People won't just think about it. People in our community, like growing up in our community, they weren't really hip to a Louis Vuitton bag, a Gucci bag. We was hip to Levi's. The most expensive thing we probably would have brought was some um what is it? Is it American Exchange? Something exchange.
right,
Um
right, right,
and
right.
True
Armani
Religion. That's
Exchange
the
or
most
something like that.
expensive things.
Armani Exchange
Yeah, Armani Exchange. Yeah, that.
or
Most
Rap
expensive things we was
Polo,
looking for.
right,
But now they
right.
want stuff that got a karma in it. If I had a
Well,
child, baby, they would hate me.